I mostly watched my comfort shows like Game of Thrones a lot, and I watched a lot of TV. So I'm gonna start with my number 10 is I'm gonna have to include a holiday film. So my favorite was Spirited. It was so good. It was so good to finally have a Will Ferrell film again.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping
That's
for.
all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Like Rico has like mystery films once a month. I've heard that this was one of them.
Oh, really?
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
okay.
So
Like
I've
I've missed old school. I've missed all like those, you know, Will Ferrell films that he did back in the day. So it felt really good to have one of those like
Yeah.
Will
Back
Ferrell
again?
films.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's what I was
Yeah,
really
back again.
hoping it was going to be, because that's why I'm like, still haven't seen it. I'm still excited to see it, even though Christmas is over, really.
I had the Batman because I am actually not a Batman fan. I'm more of a fan of Michael Keaton's Batmans. So this took me by surprise. I mean, I was definitely watching it for Zoe Saldana. I mean, no, Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz. Sorry, wrong one. But when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is really good. My number 8 is Emily the Criminal.
Oh, Audrey.
Because that's daddy
or Aubrey,
right there.
I should say.
Sorry about that word, but that.
I didn't have the sound ready
sure.
for that.
Well, yeah, she's great. Intergalactic, number 7. Kid Cudi does the score for the whole thing.
What?
Where can you watch this? Is this on Amazon?
It's on Netflix.
Okay. it's on
Really?
Netflix.
Okay, because I haven't even seen anything about it. And Kid Cudi does the whole score?
Kid Cudi does the score for the entire thing. I think it's from one of his albums, and he plays the main character, and it's
Okay.
like a love story. What do I have? I have number 6 is Amsterdam.
I've seen it.
It's not getting really good reviews, but what did you think about it?
I was surprisingly impressed with that. I couldn't sleep one night, so I stayed up to watch it, and it was really good. Margot Robbie doesn't play like her cliche, just bombshell role, and yeah, everyone's parts are really, really good in it. My number 5 is a personal favorite of mine. So my favorite movie of like all time is Scream, the original. So Scream 5 is on there because I was actually really impressed with the 5th edition, because you wouldn't think that like, oh my god, number 5 to, you know, the add-on would be great, but I like the elements, the tributes that they did to the story. Spoiler alert, the person who had to die, I'm not gonna say who, but the person who died, like I literally bawled my eyes out in the movie. Number 4 could have been ranked higher, but it's definitely one of the best movies of the year for sure. I feel like this movie had everything, and it had the best cast, like, or one of the best casts. Like, even the person who they revealed at the end, I don't know if I should spoil it, but like the ultimate reveal at the end, it's like, wait a minute, that was your voice
don't give
this
any
whole
spoilers
time?
because I want people to see this.
Yeah.
movie.
My number 3. So this one's on Netflix.
Okay.
Is this a lesbian movie?
No, it's not.
Like, is this,
Like,
sure
that's
it's
a
not
fair
lesbian?
question.
Sure, it's not a lesbian movie? Because I
They're
haven't seen it.
sisters. This one is. I loved it because Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones is in there, and she's like, "I do not do cocaine."
This movie was weird. It was actually funny and caught me off guard because it kind of takes you for a loop of like the whodunit sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
What's this movie called? So, just in case
called
for the people
Do
in the podcast.
Revenge.
What's it called?
It's called Do Revenge,
Do Revenge at number 2. Okay.
and I mostly liked it because it pays tribute to all like the 90s or late 90s, early aughts teen films like 10 Things I Hate About You, Cruel Intentions, She's All That. There's like a bunch of different nods to those films in there.
And number 1, finally, here we go. Best movie of 2022 for Nixon. Navigator
All right.
says this is number 1.
In my
I'm
opinion,
Casey Kasem for your number 1 movie. Here we go.
in my opinion, and this might come from my culinary background, but I also love a good thriller, it's gonna be The Menu.
Ooh, the only
And I do
one.
love me some Anya Taylor-Joy.
I was about to say something that was going to get me slapped, so I'm going to shut up. All
Okay.
right, go ahead. What was that? What were you about to say?
I do love me some Anya Taylor-Joy. This movie was great. It had everything for me. It had suspense. It had a great story. It had an ensemble cast. It had a good menu. Like the food for me, my bougie ass had.
Have you seen the movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
You know what Nixon just said a second ago. It had a good menu. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it, but that makes sense. All right, so we moved. That was your best. What do we got for your worst?
Okay, just to move things along, I'll start with my number 3. Oh, okay. Well,
okay, so
we'll
number 5 you had not okay.
I had not okay because that was like a movie about a girl who lies about being an influencer in the middle of the Paris bombings, and she's not even in Paris. And then
I would say spoiler alert, but I'm never gonna watch this movie.
yeah,
it's on your worst, so yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Okay, Fire
I've
Island.
never even heard of this.
It's
the guy from Saturday Night Live looks like he's.
Yeah, Bowen Yang from Saturday Night Live is in it. And so
the walk of shame.
The more shaming, I would think.
All right, but you said you wanted to start at your number 3. All right, but at number 3,
I apologize. I was just trying to move things along. So I love Charlie McDay. Adore her. Was expecting. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Okay, so I was expecting Jenny Slate. That's her name. I was expecting bigger things from these two actors in a rom-com. Flop. It was nothing. I was like, okay,
that's a ringing endorsement. There's your Rotten Tomatoes tag. Yeah. It was nothing.
Rebel Wilson she's a head cheerleader, does a cheer trick, and gets a head injury, falls into a coma for a few years.
Movies involve a head injury.
Okay, yes. As a brain injury survivor, not cool. I do not like this. This is not fun. So this is why I do not like this movie. Like, I'm supposed to believe that she's just gonna wake up and then be 18 all over again. Okay, so
worst movie.
Bodies.
Number 1, worst movie. Why was it so bad? Yes.
I had to ask the same question.
Yes, that is.
I went over here like this.
Now look. I remember the only thing I remember about this movie is the controversy that the black girl in the center of the screen went through when
about her boobies.
That critic was criticizing her about displaying her chest, and
because
she was
she's well endowed.
Yeah, the movies that Nixon has not seen. Here's a list of her movies that she hasn't seen, but she plans on seeing. Here we go.
I want to see this movie so bad, y'all.
Thank you, Tabitha. Yeah.
How hard that movie thought.
I don't care. I want to see it so bad.
What you got?
Do not judge us.
Other people's opinions do not matter. Mine matters.
Tabitha and I are gonna have a
Bros is on your list for you haven't seen, but you want to see it. What else do you got?
Yeah. Tabitha and I are gonna have a watch party.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna do it. Got this.
We're gonna do it like Trixie and Katya and roast that movie.
What else? What else you got on this list?
Next is with somebody.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Somebody.
Okay, so my number 3 is an Emilia Clarke movie because I love my Daenerys so much.
I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, Amazing Maurice. Yeah, I never heard.
Don't know what that is.
Emilia Clarke is a voice in that movie. So.
All right. Great. All right. Okay, what you got? Number 2.
Tar.
I want to see this so bad.
I feel like I've seen that preview, but I can't remember it.
That was trying to get all the awards.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one's gonna. Yeah.
And then
of course,
your most anticipated, everything, everywhere, all at once. You have
no spoilers.
Yeah, halfway done. Guys, that's the end of this episode of The Rundown. Remember to like this video, become a subscriber, and share. This really does help us out. And click here or here. Thanks for watching.